Sedrick, what have the last couple of days been like for you?
The last couple of days been great. I'll say the last 24 hours after we beat Alabama was really great. You know, just having our team and like the things that we accomplished. Is like we became such a long way, and like we felt like games before that we were close, and like just pulling it off against the #1 team was like something special for our team and our university. So we're really excited for what the future holds for us.
How do you avoid this being another Georgia State type of letdown spot, and what did you guys learn from that loss that you can take forward?
Yeah, so like obviously like losing to Georgia State, like it might make our team look like we're not as good of a team, but like we know that game we just didn't play our best, and we knew that we had a lot more in the tank. So we knew that the next week we was gonna come out and do better. Obviously, y'all saw what we did against Missouri and stuff like that. We didn't come out with the W, but y'all saw a spark. And then, like you see, we sparked the whole nation, the world when we played Alabama. So, like I said, our university is happy about everything that's going on and everything that we have for the future.
Do you think the response then internally has been better, like more professional this time around compared to heading into the prior letdown spot?
Professionally, I would say like we've been professional throughout the entire season. I mean, losing to Georgia State was just. We didn't expect to lose to Georgia State, but obviously we got to go into every game thinking the same thing. Like we got to double down on our technique, double down on what we do, regardless of who we play, because everybody's gonna play hard no matter what type of game it is.
Your touchdown, I think you got hit at the 6 and just kind of plowed in. How much have you grown physically as a runner?
Yeah. When I rewatched it, it looked good. I mean, like you said, I got hit at the 6, and like I was able to drive my way all the way to the end zone against a good linebacker. So I was obviously proud of myself and proud of my lineman and my fullback for helping me a little bit with pushing me into the end zone. But like I said, it takes a team effort. It ain't just me. Like we had to get down there for me to even do that. So let's just putting together that first drive was something else.
That was the most physical the Vanderbilt offense has been against a blue blood team like that in a while. Was there anything that changed in approach or scheming or anything between the last game against Missouri and that Alabama game, because it showed up from the first drive?
We knew he was gonna, like I said, we knew he was gonna have to double down on our technique and stuff like that. Like Coach K does a great job with the linemen and like on the combos and the things that they're supposed to do to get me through the holes and stuff like that. So I give my credit to Coach K and the linemen. I mean, they've been doing an absolute great job at what they've been doing. So I'm just excited for them, excited what they got for us.
What's the outlook for Kentucky and kind of what preparation has gone into it for this weekend?
We know that Kentucky came off of we know Kentucky came off of a bye week, so they know they have a little bit ahead of time on us. But preparation, just doubling down on our technique, making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do to be road warriors, what Coach Lee says all the time, road warriors. So we have to go down there knowing that it's their environment, and we have to go down there and try to go take it over and do what we do, and don't do nothing special, just do what we do, and we should be able to come out with a W.
Did you have the sense that the game plan on Saturday had Alabama's defense a little off balance and guessing a little bit?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Do you feel like the game plan on Saturday had Alabama's defense guessing a little bit, maybe a little off balance?
A little bit. I mean, we did come out with some stuff, with some different type of stuff to attack their defense because we knew what they did and the type of things that we saw on film and stuff like that. We definitely had them tired. I can just remember like they was talking a lot during the first couple quarters, and they seen that we was punching back at them, and they started being a little bit more quiet. So the things that we did on offense, I give credit to Coach Beck. He's been wonderful, been calling the plays the right way, and like I put all my trust in him, whatever he does, and coming up from Kentucky too.
What has Diego instilled into you? Obviously, we know what he's instilled to the whole team, but like you personally, what has he instilled in you?
What he instilled in me is just confidence. Like his confidence makes me build off of my confidence. Like him having confidence just makes me have confidence. Like I'm able to do what I'm supposed to do when I'm knowing that I'm knowing what he's supposed to do. So whatever he does right, like it makes me right regardless if I'm doing something wrong. So just having that confidence and like him talking to me each and every play throughout each huddle and stuff like that. He talks to everybody. He doesn't just go in there and says the play. He says a little bit more, make sure we're all on the same page and stuff like that. So just having him in the room is just incredible, and I'm glad we have him on this team.
What was your first encounter with him, whether it was a personal conversation, being in a meeting? What was the first impression he made to you?
First impression he made to me, Diego, he was just like really it's just confidence. Like he didn't even get. I remember when I first saw him. I don't think he got to practice yet or something like that. But his confidence, the way he just walks, the way he talks, the way he comes about his day. Even though he couldn't practice with us, he would go practice somewhere else by himself when he was supposed to. So like I'm just glad to have that confidence level in our room.
When Tim Beck got here and installs this totally different offense from what you guys have been doing in the past, like at what point, it didn't look that great in the spring. At what point did you maybe realize like, oh, this is pretty good, pretty interesting?
I see you said it didn't look that great in the spring. The offense is unique, so our offense, it might didn't look great in the spring because our defense has been hip to it and stuff, and they've been getting out there. But like when we go play these other opponents, they ain't never seen nothing like this. Even though they see it on film, doesn't mean like they're gonna be able to just get onto it. So they're gonna have to double down on their technique to be able to even try to have a chance with our offense, because our offense is you see what we do with our offense each and every week. So
take me through the first down on the last drive. You kind of rolled out. Fabio found you. Was that the design, or did you pop out? Like what?
No, that was the design play. It was definitely the design play. It was a flat route. I caught the ball, and then I was just being smart with staying in bounds and stuff like that. So, yeah, staying in bounds, let the clock run, so we can get the W.
But back to 2 questions ago. I mean, the scheme is totally different. Blocking schemes, responsibilities. I mean, it's option and stuff like that you're not used to. How long did it take you to get really comfortable in all that?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. When in high school, we ran the same type of offense. So I came from offense where we ran read option, we ran all that type of stuff. So it kind of came back to me, and then I liked it because like when you have 2 options, they can't defend both people. Like you can't defend both of the options, and it's hard. So.
How hard did you sense it was for Alabama to pick up on it? Because you can scheme you guys to death, but like whatever's coming in the moment.
Yeah.
Hard to know. Did you ever get a sense that they were confused or thrown off balance or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. Like after we drove down on them on the first drive, and then like I think it shocked them actually, because they was like, dang, these guys are really driving down on us, and then they saw like, dang, probably like the running back, dang, get hit at the 6, and then now he's falling to the end zone. Like, what do we do? Like, and that wasn't even an option play. That was just run downhill and just go make it happen. So it's just Tim Beck making the best calls for our offense. That's all.
What challenges does Kentucky's front 7 present for you guys?
Challenges, they have some great D linemen, probably the best we have seen in the SEC this far. I know they got a lot of returning starters. I'm looking forward to it. Last year we put ourselves in the hole, throwing a lot of interceptions early, but this year y'all know what we do, so we like to take the time of possession, so that's what we're looking forward to.